Hello, everybody. As you can see, this is going to be a very casual 2-year update question and answers. Okay, so I asked for questions on several different platforms, and I was overwhelmed with the amount of questions I got. So we may have to break this into two things because this is a lot. Okay, so I'm very casual and comfortable today. I hope everybody's okay with that. I'm in front of my fireplace. I hardly ever hang out in the living room of our new house, but I'm really liking it this winter. It snowed a little bit yesterday. It's been really cold here, so we've really been utilizing the fireplace, the wood stove. So I'm just sitting here being cozy. So I'm going to, I have to read off these questions here because, boy, I got a lot of questions, you guys, so many, and some good ones. And trust me, you want to stay till the end because I saved the best question for last, or what I feel is the best question. And it's very much a uh, talking point for everybody about these kind of lifestyles. So yeah, stick to the end. Okay, so how many total carbs a day do I get? Do I personally get? They're wanting to know how many I get. Okay, so when I first started, I was getting probably 75 to 100 because I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't understand how this all works in the beginning. So I know you guys can probably relate to that, right? So, and plus I was just eating a lot more food than I eat now. I was still used to being a big eater at the time. Nowadays I get under 20. And it's so funny to me that how many people, first of all, struggle doing the regular keto in the sad world. They say they have a hard time keeping it under 20. I'm like, really? Because most of your stuff is zero already starting, so I don't understand that. But yeah, most of my stuff is under 20 these days. That's when I go check. I don't check very often, but I'll go to Carb Manager once in a while and plug in my stuff just to see what my numbers are. Everything's always good, right where I want it. And yeah, I'm under 20 carbs a day. That's net carbs. I don't do total carbs. I do net carbs, okay? And it's worked. It works for me, right? It's worked this whole time. I haven't gained none of my weight back. I haven't fallen off the wagon, fallen off, jumped off that cliff or anything. So it works for me. I get plenty to eat. My labs are good. Everything's good. Okay, so don't be worrying about me. I promise I'm good. Okay, so let me see. So under 20 a day is usually what I'm getting, and some days I get 8 or 9. I know, right? I actually have a cheat sheet on things that are two carbs or less, and it's a big long cheat sheet. I'm getting ready to add some stuff to it. So if you'd like to have that, send me an email. Let me know. Okay, when did it start getting easier? Wow. In the beginning, okay, so I was going to get rid of some of the videos that I did in the beginning because I constantly talked about how hard it was. And people were like, no, you should leave that because we can see where you came from to get to here, right? And I'm like, okay. But in the beginning, I made it hard on myself mostly. But it was hard because I had to hunt down the carb counts for every single food, the fiber counts, the net carbs. I had to know so much and I didn't know it. And I had to learn it, right? Um, like I can still remember the day that I found out arugula was basically less than 1 calorie for a great big huge amount. And I was like, or 1 carb, right? I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. Um, so yeah, I had so much to learn, and that's why it seemed hard to me. And it was so easy to get our carb counts up to 75 and 100 so fast because we just weren't sure about what we were doing in the beginning. Now it's so much easier for me that I don't even know when it got easy. Just all of a sudden one day it was easy, and it was just a few months into it when it started getting easier and easier. It really helped when I found out about the pea based products and the pea crumbles and the pea milk and the things I could make with it and the protein breads so I got the pea protein, everything pea based. I'm telling you, if you want to do vegan low carb ultimately as a lifestyle for the rest of your life and really make it work for you, you have got to learn about all the pea products. And it doesn't seem right that peas themselves, if you were to eat green peas, those are high carbs, right? Full of sugar. But the pea products that they make from, I believe the yellow peas that they make from this are almost zero in carbs, almost all of them, because of the fiber content. You have to go check it out, you guys. That's the course I went to. That made it easy. So I don't know when it started getting easier. I just know it did, and it is easier. How did I discover zero carb vegan items? Again, hunting, trial and error. The very first thing I discovered was the vegan pea milk. There's several different pea milks now, so just read the back of them, find the one you want, find the one with the less ingredients, find the one that you know washes out to zero carbs or less than one or whatever. Do I count calories, and why or why not? No, I absolutely do not count calories ever. Do I ever check my calories? I have. I've had several people in our group have called me out before on not counting calories, not getting enough calories, blah, blah, blah. Well, first of all, I was a certified nutritionist at one time. Yeah, I don't hardly ever talk about that, but I was. I didn't recertify years ago because I didn't like the way the sad diet led people to eating. Anyway, it didn't fit my belief systems. So I'm fine with my calories, and you should mind your business, and I'll mind mine. My calories are my business. Okay, I eat enough to sustain my body for my age, for my activity level. Um, Whoops, pardon me for 1 second. So sorry, I had a timer going off. Um, anyway, about my calories. Don't worry about my calories. I get plenty of calories. I'm very active when I need to be. I'm healthy. My lab work is good. My doctor's happy with where I'm at. So thank you for your concern, but you don't need to be. And no, I do not count my calories. Do I ever cheat? I don't know what you mean by cheating. I guess cheating would be like not eating vegan food because I'm vegan. I guess I never don't eat. From the day I went vegan overnight. I got traumatized by something I saw, and I went vegan overnight about 8 years ago, and I've never cheated from being vegan ever. I have not fallen one time on that. Do I ever cheat on the low carb thing? I don't consider it cheating. I lost most of my weight really, really fast, and then I kind of plateaued out, and I just kind of hung with that and stayed in there on purpose and ate the amount that it took to stay that weight and everything. And I didn't really rush myself. I've still got about 20 pounds to get to my perfect weight for my height and age and everything. But my doctor's happy with where I'm at. I'm happy with where I'm at. And if it happens very slowly, gradually, I'm fine with that. But I'm not doing anything to like really push that right now. I don't really cheat on my low carb way of eating because I'm really content and really satisfied and happy with the things I eat. So yeah, I don't think I cheat. I just don't think I do. I don't eat out. You guys wanted to know if we ever eat out. I don't eat out. I don't like to eat out. I don't like to eat at restaurants. I don't like other people controlling my food. I have issues with that, okay? I've been a chef. I've worked in restaurants. I do not like my food to be handled by anybody but me. Um, so I don't eat out. And they don't have the kind of things I want. I can't go out and say, yeah, I would like some base with some braised cabbage, with some, most restaurants aren't serving the kind of food that I want. So I'm a great cook. Pays for me to eat at home. My favorite low carb food, the new pea base. Okay, so after I learned to make the pea base and used it in every kind of way, recently I learned how to make cream cheese with it. Oh my God, I'm in love with the pea based cream cheese. It is my favorite thing in the whole world. And just not very long ago, I took it a step further and turned it into a blue cheese cream cheese. And oh my goodness, that is my favorite everything right now. Zero carb blue cheese, vegan blue cheese. I'm freaking in love with it right now. So yeah, that's my thing right now. Do I still eat massive greens? Okay, guys, here's the thing. You're going to see lots of stuff about me eating 12 servings of greens a day. At one point, I ate 16 servings of greens a day. I ate massive, massive, massive greens when I first really got going with the greens. I started doing it in the beginning because I had a plugged right carotid artery, and I did it to try to get that artery to get unplugged. And guess what? It must have worked because it is less plugged than it was. Okay, and it could be the whole diet, who knows? But the thing is, it is less plugged. Okay, the greens ended up after several months of me doing this quite a while, and I totally believe in it because here's some of the things that happened to me. Not only did this help, but I stopped craving things. I stopped wanting to overeat. It killed my appetite. It was amazing. I could eat these big piles of greens, and I just didn't get hungry again until the next day. Sometimes I was like, "What the heck?" I never craved anything. I didn't want anything. I had no cravings for sweets or anything, and I've been a sweet person my whole life, so that was amazing to me. Um, so I ate a lot of greens in the beginnings, and then I started slowly eating less. As I started eating less and less food, it stands to reason that I was eating less and less greens because I was eating less and less everything. I've always had the mindset small people eat small because all the older people that were small that I knew ate small. All the really tiny people that I know eat tiny. They just don't eat as much as everybody else. So I had been working on training myself to only eat to satiation, not to fullness and overfullness from the day I started this. That was just one of the mindsets that I had at the beginning, right? And because I did that and kept eating smaller and smaller, it only makes sense that I eat way smaller and I eat way less greens than I did in the beginning. But I eat enough for me. And if I ever do start having cravings or feeling hungry when I'm not normally hungry and stuff, I just eat more greens. It's pretty simple, right? Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Oh, and this one it says, well, okay. How many times a day do I eat? Uh, that's weird. Sometimes I'll eat one. Don't get hungry again. Sometimes I'll be hungry earlier in the day because like already okay, it's 11 o'clock in the morning here. I never eat this early, but you know what? Just a little while ago, I had some scrambled just egg and a chaffle. I was hungry. Either that or it's the snowy weather or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm fine now. I mean, I don't know if I'll eat again today, but if I do, it'll be before 2 or 3 o'clock because I don't eat late in the day. I stopped eating late in the day quite a while ago, and boy, that really made a big difference in my weight kind of starting to slide a little bit again. Why do I fast so much? Well, I don't know. What do you guys consider so much? I don't know if you know who Patricia Braggs is. Patricia Braggs was a friend of mine down in Carpinteria when I lived down there. Her and her father started Braggs Nutritionals, Braggs apple cider vinegar. Everybody knows what that is, right? That's her company now because her dad's dead. Um, she always fasted every Monday, and she used to tell me all the time when I was heavy. She goes, "You need to fast. You need to fast on Monday. Stop eating. Just stop eating for a day." And for some reason, I couldn't do it back then very easily. It just wasn't something that I could do. But then me and my husband started developing this thing about fasting one day a week and stuff, not because of her, but just because we decided that it would be good for us. And we did it as much as we could then at that time. And then we started doing some longer fasts. I've done some 3-day fasts and 5-day fasts, a 7-day fast. He's done a 30-day fast. I've never done that. Um, so we just so fasting doesn't there's no fear with fasting for us, and we've learned a lot about it. Like I research fasting all the time. I know all about the autophagy and all that kind of stuff. And I suggest that if you're going to do fasting, you talk to your doctor about it. My doctor knows that I fast. She knows everything that I do. She knows how I eat. She knows that I fast and everything. And I should throw a disclaimer in here real quick that I'm not a doctor. I'm not a licensed nutritionist any longer. I'm not anybody. I'm just me, and this is my story. This is my journey, okay? And the things that have gotten me to where I am, and I'm from 265 to the 150s right now, 153, I think. So, that's all this is. Just a disclaimer there, real quick. Do I exercise? I do. Me and my husband take walks, not long walks, but we take walks. We have a little workout area out underneath our carport because we have a garage on a carport, and we have a little workout benches set up and stuff. And we go out there a couple days a week. I have a bike ride there. It's called a Strider, Easy Strider. That's in here, and I use that a few days a week. So yeah, I exercise. I don't exercise a lot. I don't exercise really hard. I've had a stroke, and I just don't do that anymore. But I do get some movement in. Has my loss ever stalled? Yes. When I got down to about the 160s, 150s, 160s, that's when I had been all the way down to 134 because I did a 7-day dry fast that took like 19 pounds off you, but it puts it right back on. Anyway, and I usually hang out in the 150s. When I eat a whole lot on purpose, like I've done this a couple times to try some different things, I can get up to about 164. That seems to be my new set point as far as high goes. But I hang out in the 150s, and I see, I guess you could call it a stall. I just call it eating for that weight. If I wanted to lose more weight right now, I would either eat a little bit less or change what I'm eating. What is different now than in the beginning? How calm I am, how zen I am, uh, wow, just how content I am. That's what the difference is. How content I am and how comfortable I am within my own skin. My loose skin that has lost a lot of weight, and it, a little bit saggier than it used to be, I don't care. I'm so much more content in the skin I am in now. That is the biggest change for me. I love it. Absolutely love it. Why do I eat so little food? I think I've already talked about that. What do my labs look like these days? My labs are amazing. The only thing on my labs were done November 9th. The only thing that was the least bit off was the lipate was low. And that's something to do with the pancreas. So she gave me lipase, or told me to get lipase vitamin thingies. So I've already got those ordered. Is there anything I missed? No. No, because anything I want, I know how to low carb anything. I mean, whatever it is, I can low carb it. Whatever it is, it just doesn't matter. I know how to do that. I don't have carbs. I don't eat sugar. I don't eat real sugar. Real sugar makes me so sick, guys. If I even have a little bit snuck to me somehow, I'll get sick. I'll know it. Like we wanted a hot chocolate bar. I had to make my own hot chocolate. I took some dry soy milk, some cocoa powder, some allulose sweetener, little pinch of salt, and I just kept mixing them all until I got the mixture I wanted. That when I added it to water, it would make hot chocolate. It took me a few tries to get it, but I did come up with something that works for us. What do I do at functions when they are totally non-compliant? That's easy. I fast. I'll just have seltzer water or water or whatever and walk around with my water. Usually, every function I've ever been to, whether it's a family thing, a work thing, no matter what it is, every function that I've been to, most of them have vegetables. I mean, there's almost always vegetables. But the problem with most functions for me is that they're late at night. Like when we go out to concerts with our friends and stuff like that, they're always late at night. So it's pretty easy not to eat. People don't even look at you weird when you're not eating at those times at night because they know that most people don't eat at those times at night. So, and so just don't eat. That's what I do. How did I learn to fast? Again, trial and error, just doing it. Will this still work if you eat 3 times a day? I don't see why not. If you go from eating massive carbs, like I was high carb, low fat, that's what I came from. If you go from eating massive carbs to eating less carbs, then it should work no matter how many times a day you're eating to start with, right? And you may just naturally want to start compressing that into a eating window, or you may not, or you may just want to eat your 3 meals a day with your family or whatever. But if you're eating low carb, I don't see why it wouldn't work no matter what. I could definitely take all the food I eat in the 2 meals that I eat a day, or the 1 meal that I eat a day, and spread it over 3 if that was my choice. Can you eat 1 meal a day? Yes. Why not? I do lots of days. Okay, guys. So here we are. I did cut this off short. It would go on for too long. It's already more minutes than I wanted it to be. Is this an eating disorder? Well, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not. Nobody gonna. If it seems like it's an eating disorder to you, then you should not be doing this. Okay. If this in any kind of way is feeling harmful to you, you feel like your health is being harmed mentally or physically or whatever, then you should not be doing this. Okay. Then you should look for something else or talk to your doctor. If you are worried about the validity of this, take it to your doctor and show them what it is. Show them what the foods are that we're eating. I'm pretty sure that if you tell your doctor, like I told mine, I said, I eat massive greens because it is a lot of greens. That is the basis of it. I eat low carb vegan foods. I get plenty of protein. All my vitamins are covered. When I laid it out for her how I eat and stuff, she was like, oh yeah, I'm fine with that. She didn't have a problem with it. So lay it out for them. Let them know what you're eating and what you're doing. And if you're worried about it, please don't do it, because if you're stressed out, that creates cortisol. If you're creating cortisol, you're just storing fat. So if this stresses you out or causes you physical or mental anguish in any kind of way, don't do this. It's not for you. Okay. If this works for you and you're enjoying it, and it is working for you, fabulous. Let us know whatever we can do to help you. Okay. All right, that's it, guys. Sorry this was so long. I didn't mean for it to go so long. Happy holidays, everybody. Bless you. I mean, this is my second year of doing this and my second year being thin for the holidays. And yeah, it's nice. I'm not going to say it's not nice. You get really cute new clothes. I love them. Yeah, it's just fun. So that's where I'm at with it. Ciao.